What's up guys, it's Captain Rick's Production 72 and welcome back to Building Forum episode, I believe it's episode 16, yeah. I'm actually just going to read the piece of paper I wrote the episodes down on and just double check that I have got the right episode. And while I do that, tell me what you think of the new angle that I decided that today we had to film at the angle right between the towers. I thought that was cool. So yeah, today is episode 16 and we are doing vehicle placement. So, I already know which vehicles I'm going to be placing and how I'm going to be doing it. I'm still going to film it, and not only will I do the vehicle placement, but I'll do something else, because once we know where the vehicles are going, once I've placed the vehicles down, I will then know what other room I have to build or like to add extra details, and then I can go from there with whatever I want to do. Obviously there's going to be usual jump cuts. I will film, the vehicles being added and stuff like that, because, well, why not extra content? More stuff for you guys, but yeah. The series is going to be coming to an end very soon, so, the more film, the more footage we get of this, the better. Because I do not keep my mocks around after I destroy them. They don't stay for very long. I usually dismantle them within like a couple of days. For instance, this series will be done August 4th. I was wrong when I said the 7th, so the 4th of August this series will finish. And probably a day or two after I will be destroying it. I go back to school on August 12th, so I'll be destroyed before the 12th. The whole thing will just come down. In other news, today is the 28th of August, so we have 4 days. No. Yeah, 4 days, 3 or 4 days till the 501st Battle Pack is available in stores. Now, I have seen people getting them early, and well, I tried my luck yesterday in Tesco, could not find a single one of the sets early, but I am part of a group on Facebook called Lego Star Wars Collectors, and none of them had at all seen it. Like, well, a few of them had seen them, but I couldn't find anyone that had seen it in my local area, so I could not find it, which was unfortunate. But considering this ends on August 4th, as far as vehicle placement goes, if I can get my hands on the battle pack, I will put in the speeder. Maybe I will put in the speeder. I'm not definite. Even if I do get it, I'm not sure. But I think I want to put the 501st Bark speeder in. And so I won't put the troopers in because this is based on like early on in the Clone Wars. So it's all Phase 1 clone troopers. I won't put any the clone troopers in, but I'll give us two extra droids. And that Bark speeder. Who knows? Put Captain Rex on it. I really don't know. But yeah, so today we're doing vehicle placement. Last episode we did all the battle damage, which I still can't get over how good that looks. I'm actually going to zoom out here, that's the angle, but yeah, this way you can see most of the battle damage. I think it looks really, really cool. But yeah, so right now I'm going to list the vehicles that I'm going to use. I'm going to use 2 regular Bark speeders from 2011, which could be swapped out. One of them could be swapped out, or both of them could be swapped out for, the 501st Legion Bark speeder. I'm going to be using I'm going to be using 2 Corporate Alliance tank droids from 2009 and the 2009 AAT. So they're the vehicles I'm going to be using. I was thinking about using the Clone Walker Battle Pack Walker, but I decided against that. I mean, it's cool, but I'd rather not use it in mocks. And obviously we've got the fighter tank, but that's been immobilised by the Separatist fire because, well, it's blowing up. Or part of it's blowing up, but yeah. And it's got that fuel leakage going really close to the main fire, and the fuel thing is just going to blow up. The next episode will be minifig placement, but again with added details, so yeah. I've got the parts that I need for what I'm doing, so let's get into what's happening. See you guys in a second, because not only am I placing the vehicles, but I've got a few other things that I'm going to do in this episode. See you. Okay, so we now have the light on, the camera, or my phone, to get in this bit for the lighting, so I'm adding kind of like a holo table, so they've had to move it out of the command center. It's kind of like an on battle sort of like, communications thing that I built. Very simple, not too many pieces to it, but I think it looks okay just for the purpose that it's going to get used for. Here it is. So I'm just going to, clamp that down in there. I'm going to move that to here. That's going there. And already, I'm happy with the way that is. Very happy. Yeah, I just need to stick that down slightly more. There we go. I mean, they've had to move it out of the command center because it's getting blown up. Plus, it's kind of like an extra detail to the overall battle, so I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, it's not just vehicle placement I'm going to be doing. There's going to be a few other things that will be happening in this episode. Like, I might add more fire, I could add a whole bunch of things. But, yeah. So, this is like, unless I have any ideas, one thing I really want to incorporate right now is this net piece that I have had lying around. I'll just bring that up and show you guys what that looks like. I want to incorporate this somehow. So I've been considering, like, you know, having it hanging from like the bottom of the tower as like some sort of joke or something. Like they've tried to use nets to catch the droids or something. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'll be recording again when I do that. Right now I'm just gonna take a break. My phone needs to charge and I need to come up with how I'm gonna fit this. After that we'll do vehicle placement, then we'll get back to like the smaller things that we could be doing like this. So see you guys when I do that with the vehicles. Okay then, so after like over a week of trying to figure out how I wanted to do this, I have figured out how to use that net piece. So my idea was like it kind of hung from here. If you look up there, there's like a clip. You can see better from there. You can see how I've done it. The idea is like an electromagnetic net. So basically, the droids will walk under here. They'll drop that. That net will fall on them and short circuit them, or like, you know, like an electromagnetic pulse, like something like that. That's kind of like my idea behind that. But it can't drop. It's really just there for like effect, like just for display purposes. That's really the main reason that's there, and I think it doesn't look half bad. I mean, from far away you can't even see it. You have to be like kind of at a certain angle or a certain, you know, closeness to the mark to be able to see that. So it's not too obvious. It's not too bad. I'm actually quite happy with the way that one looks. But yeah, that's the last kind of like detail we're going to add before the vehicles, and then we're going to add the vehicles, and we'll see if there's anything else I really want to add. I'm going to quickly show you guys the vehicles. I have got them all out. So yeah, we're on my bed here. So I know it doesn't look like many vehicles, but trust me, I could not get any more than this unless it was ships. But I used also my clear blocks as the windows in the tower, so I actually currently don't have a way of doing that. But yeah, I've got the two Corporal Einstein Dodge 2009, the 2009 AAT, and two of the 2011 Bark Speeders as the vehicles we're going to be using. So yeah, basically all the Separatist stuff will go here, all the Republic stuff will go here. Pretty obvious, but I'll still you know, get footage of me putting them on. So I think we're just going to do that now. Let me put my phone into the tripod. Okay then, so Separatist side first. So yesterday I took the liberty of, you know, cleaning these and dusting them just so they look better, or like they're more displayable. Although I guarantee that when I put these on to the mark, you're going to see all sorts of bits of dust that I couldn't see because of the lighting. I guarantee it. But I can always, you know, go and give them a clean. Remember, these sets are over a decade old, so keep that in mind while watching me display them. So we're going to have the the AAT Armoured Assault Tank, for those of you who don't know what that stands for. Although I would think most of you would know what that stands for. I think that looks quite cool in its current position. Now I'm going to get one of the Corporal Einstein droids. I can want them coming in from an angle, if that makes sense, because we have to have room for the battle droids that are going to go in front. I think that makes sense. So we're going to have one coming in from an angle about here. And I like the way that tread is trying to, you know, climb the rocks where that explosion's been. To me, that looks perfect. I really like the way that looks. We want something similar for the other one, because it's going to be at an angle as well. So I'm just going to sort of add that one. Well, it's not an angle, but it's, yeah, at the point it's trying to climb over crystals and rocks and stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way that looks, and we're getting this done in quite quick time. Again, all I'm doing is putting vehicles down, and I didn't want that to be the whole episode, so that's why there was, you know, me going to be adding other things in that I get the ideas to add in. So yeah, just maybe position that a bit better. That one's coming in straight, but in fact no, I should have them at an angle because they're both trying to target like the Bark Speeder, because I'm going to have one of them wrecked to go along with the fighter tank, but it won't be as bad as the fighter tank, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm just going to lift this up and show you guys the entire view here of the separatist area of the mark, and I really, really like the way this looks. Really happy with it. I think this looks quite nice. I should probably just adjust these antennas that are on there. Perfect. But yeah, just looking at it from this angle of the vehicles going down the way, once I get the Republic vehicles in, it'll look nice. Next as will be the minifig placement and extra details, then the final. So yeah, I'm just going to cut the camera and put us down at the Republic side. Okay then, so here is the Republic side of the mock, and I've just been told by my phone I can't use the flash for this moment, but I'm going to readjust that, just a second. Perfect, we have the flashback, or the lighting. I don't use lights, I use just what's on my phone, but yeah. So, if I zoom in, I'm going to show you this. Now, this area here, the area I am pointing at, these two areas are speeder bike bays, or at least that was our intention. I never got the final details in. I was never sure what I wanted to do with those, but I think in the next episode when I do the Minifig placement, they will finally look a bit better. So I'm going to take one of the box speeders and place it in one of the bays that I made. So I'm just going to figure out what the best way to do this. I have an idea on how I want to do this, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to fill both bays up, because I want one of them, being sent out to battle to, fight with the separatists. But so I'm going to add this one in here. My idea is this one can't really get out that well because of the fighter tank, so it's, it's next to the blown up fighter tank, so that's why it's not left the base. As for the other one, if we come around here, I want it to be destroyed. So, and actually, how do I want to destroy it? So, right now, I'm just going to break the bit off that I want off. But yeah. If I could change my mind and say that I want it fixed. Sorry about that, I had to cut the camera. These little harpoon pieces on the back always fall off on mine, so I wasn't intending on those bits being broken, but they fall off, they're quite flimsy. Although I think I may need to replace the clips in that one. But yeah, I'm just giving it, I want it to have been shot and flipped over, and the front end is all bent up. That's kind of the look I'm going for with this. So if I place that there, I want it to kind of bend the front round that area there. In fact, I'm going to cut the camera to do this. So it's not quite how I imagined it would look, but as long as it looks like wrecked and flipped over, I'm quite happy with it, because I want things for the clones to hide behind, and all that sort of thing needs to be there. So I think it does its job quite well, and I like the way it looks. Really happy with that. I like how it's just like bits have fallen off and it's just completely deteriorated. That is what I wanted. That was the look I was going for with the front, but it kind of has that all overall. It's kind of flipped over, and it's, went upside and like pieces have smashed off and stuff. I'll add a clone when I add the minifigures trying to escape, and I'll be doing the same with the fighter tank. But yeah, one thing I should mention that you guys probably picked up on if you watched the last episode, I did change something. So I'm going to show you what I changed. Now, it's the most minute detail, so I'm surprised if anyone did notice. It was the controls. Oh, yeah, I broke them. It was the controls for the sewer. They were there, but before that, I tested this out yesterday with the AAT, and I decided that would keep hitting on that, and I wanted to keep that there, so I added that there. Not that that's like the biggest detail in the world, but to me, changing that was extremely, and I mean extremely important. So yeah, I'm happy I managed to get that done. I tell you, you notice a big difference with the vehicles. It feels less empty, at least at some points. But yeah, like in some areas it feels less. Some areas it feels a lot less empty than it did before. Really happy with the way the vehicles make it look. And no, this is not the end of the video, because I'm going to dig through my parts and see if there's anything else I can add. If not, that will be the end of the video. But yeah, see you guys in a second. So I'm going to show you guys some final details that I added to it. So I added like some tiny details that I didn't think were worth, filming. I know I said about getting lots of footage, but this is going to be like probably the shortest episode, because vehicle placement and small details. But yeah, so I decided to make the speeder look a bit more blown up. I added stuff like fire to it. I'm just going to turn my light on so it looks a bit better. There we go, yeah. So I like it. And the damaged ground around it just makes it look even better, Because initially I did not plan to have this wrecked. I intended, you know, to have a clone on this. So I'm going to try and take out some of the tanks, but I'm really happy with the way that looks. Just, I just can't get over how well that looks. I'm really happy with it. As for that one, you know, it's just still in the bay. Or like a clone running towards it, or maybe one of the Jedi. I'm not sure yet. Who's going to be doing that? And the net piece just... I cannot get over how happy I am with that one. Like, the net cannot be dropped down. Like, it's stuck in there by the stud as well. That's just, you know, for extra security, but, like, as in structural security for it. So it wasn't, you know, flying off of gusts of wind or me just walking by, because initially that did happen the way I fitted it at first, but, you know, I changed that and, you know, that came out quite well. Going to show you, yeah, I'm going to move the tripod over there so I can get in here a bit better. Move this chair. I have two chairs here now. I added these details. So these feet were off, like, if you guys remember the last episode, I took apart a broken Lego City helicopter. It came off a drone, and these are like the feet of the drone, and it looks so good as like burners. Like, I'll lift a couple of them up so you can see they're like kind of teeth looking type parts. But they were the feet on the drone, and it looks so good there as the bears. I wish I'd been able to do it on the other side as well. That would have just looked so good if I had more of those parts. But that's something to remember for the next mock, and just, oh, the amount of detail, especially when you add the vehicles in it. Just, I'm so happy with it. We'll get that to focus. I'm over the moon with it. So the next episode, come Friday, will be Minifig Placement. In a week today, this series ends 1 week today. I still want to do my slideshow style video for it, but I can't believe this series is going to end soon. That is crazy. Been doing this for over 2 months, and it's been a lot of fun to do and whatnot. But yeah, I was going to continue to show you. Oh yeah, that is something I'm going to be hiding in the mock. So my little brother, he's only 4. My little brother Andrew made this, and basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna hide this in the final. I'm gonna hide it somewhere in the mock, and you guys have to find it. There won't be a prize or anything. I just want to see how perceptive you guys are, and how good you guys would be at finding something that's been hidden. So I'm gonna try and get this to focus a bit better. So basically, here's what he built. So yeah, I'll be hiding that somewhere in the next. I guess came to an unfortunate conclusion, and I have only just noticed this. But if you look here, there's actually a brick missing with 2 of the cheese scope parts, and I don't know. Can you guys spot that in there anywhere? Those stairs need a good dust. Some of this is, I mean, this has been up for over a month, so some of it is a bit dusty. But yeah, tell me if you guys can spot that piece. I don't see it. I'm gonna have to look on the floor when I'm done filming. But yeah, now onto the outro section of the video. Okay then, so here is the outro section of the video. So, I'm very happy with the way the vehicles turned out and all the way all of that looks. Looks really good, to be honest. I'm like, I did not see it looking this good. Like, I knew it would look decent, right? I have some faith in my abilities to build mocks, but this is the biggest, well, it's not the biggest mock I've ever made. It's probably got the most pieces, actually. Building Forum had a lot less pieces, but it was like one main building in a desert. All the buildings just makes this look so much better than that could have ever been. Although granted, that was 2018 standards, or at least my standards back then for a mock. Obviously, here we are over 2 years later since I did that, and my standards have changed quite a lot on how I build and how I design my stuff. So of course it was going to look better, and I have a lot more experience because I've built a few mocks since then. I did one back in May, if you guys seen that. Not the best looking one, but I just done that for fun, and then decided I'm going to make a video out of this. Because why not? I mean, why wouldn't I? But yeah, I was thinking to myself, now that I've added that smashed and destroyed speeder, when I do get the 501st Battalion Battle Pack, I'm not actually going to, I know I'm saying the name wrong, so please don't point that one out. I'm not going to add the speeder in, I'm only going to take the droids from that set. Like, I'm not going to put any of that in. I don't feel they really need to do it. In the ATRT, I know it's oversized, but I think what I would do there is the only ATRT I'd ever put in a mock is, you know, the one from the 2010 Clone Turbo Tank. That's like the best one to put in a mock, I'd say. That one, and I think there might have been one in the 2016 version. I cannot remember. I know for sure there was one in the 2010 one, because I actually recently been looking at that set. So that's fresh in my mind. But yeah, so the next episode is going to be minifig placement. Now one thing I'd like to point out is I'm plentiful as far as phase 1 clones go, at least for this scale of mock. But as far as battle droids go, not really. I mean, it'll look better once I get that 501st battle pack level, a lot more, clones to use, and well, not clones, droids. I'm not going to use phase 1 and 2 clones, that would make no sense. Then you can probably point out, well, I could just use the 501st clone troopers, but here's the thing, I only have enough to get one of them right away. I will buy more than one of those, but I'd only have like 4 clones in the mock. Well, 6, because I have 501st specialist trooper and I have a phase 2 gunner, but again, I would never consider doing that. Not something that would be happening. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a short episode, but these are going to get shorter. I mean, next week's episode will probably be just as short or maybe shorter. But I can guarantee you that the final will be a long episode and will go on for quite a while. So I'm going to bring up this question. My little brother was asking me as well. When am I destroying this? So the series will end on August 4th. I will probably destroy it maybe a day or two after that. But yeah, and after that, normal video. I'll have to have it destroyed before I make the next video. After that, so this ends next Tuesday, so I have to have it done by not this Friday, but by the next Friday. Not this Friday, but the Friday after that. This has to be gone, so I can resume normal filming, which will be Figure Friday. So that's what will be happening there. Good thing is I won't need to. I won't have to go digging for parts or anything for this because well, not for this, but for my tripod. I think it was my phone because I actually use a proper one now. As for here's another question I got from a friend. Will I keep any of the buildings or anything? The ones that are properly fixed to the base plates, like the Separatists command power station, all the public stuff, I will not keep. But I will keep one or two of. I could just keep both towers. I could just unattach them because those things come up from their base fairly easy because they're not attached to anything. Well, they are attached, but barely. And as you can see, the towers have a little bit of give to them. So I might keep those, put them on a shelf for a while. I mean, they are quite cool pieces. I'm not going to keep the whole mock because, again, I need these base plates to film on and do stuff. And so they're kind of important to what I do regularly on YouTube, apart from just, mocks. But yeah, we'll see how that one goes. I know I said this was the outro section of the video, and I know I'm talking a lot, but I've not really talked too much in one of these for a while, like our actual decent conversation revolving around the mock. And I know we usually sit from this angle, so I'm thinking let's change the angle up. Do you know what? Yeah, for once we're going to end the video at the Republic side of things, looking on to the Separatists. I'm just going to adjust that there. Perfect. But yeah, been a while since I've done anything like that. This mock, I will take plenty of pictures and I will make that slideshow video. I am not guaranteeing it, but I will try and get that done. Once all the minifigures are on, it will look much better. I don't know how many minifigs are actually going to be in total on this mock, not too many. Basically, my entire droid army is going to be on here, and my entire phase 1 clone troopers are going to be on here. And obviously, there'll be like 1 or 2 that doesn't include. Like, I don't know if I'm going to put my pilot. I'm thinking about putting a. Here's a question for you guys for next week. Should I put a phase 1 clone gunner in the fighter tank or a phase 1 clone pilot? There's one for you. Because I'm not actually sure what way to go about that. Slightly confused on which one would look better. In the actual 2017 set of that fighter tank, you put the phase 2 clone gunner in. So I'm thinking about doing a gunner in there and putting a pilot in that command center. Not sure. Still thinking about it. Lots of ideas just floating around. But yeah, that's what's happening. I know that a lot of people are annoyed that I'm going to be tearing this down, but I'll keep 1 or 2 of the towers. I'm thinking about keeping the one that's on fire. 1 because of the fire, 2 it has all the antenna arrays. As for the bridge and probably the other tower, those will probably just get dismantled and put in a box because I'm not going to keep any of the buildings. Obviously afterwards, all the vehicles on it will be put back on the shelf and the destroyed ones will be repaired and stuff, but yeah. I'm just going to give you guys one last overview of everything that we have accomplished in this episode. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. I know there's been a lot of talking at the end. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next episode. Remember, 1 week till the end. See you in Minifig Placement. Bye. So, before we end out, there was something I was probably supposed to mention in this. There might be a possible extra video coming before the end of this. If I do get the Cold Walker Battle Pack, I will review it while we're still doing building Christophsis. That will happen, but yeah. I thought I should add that in before I end out. That music in the background is Forza Motorsport. Which I've been playing with my brother, but yeah. I should have added that in. I'm just adding that in now. This video has been having problems uploading, but yeah, hopefully that is fixed by the time you're seeing this. Thanks for watching, and bye.